Good morning, students. Welcome to geography class again. So dear student, in this video we will learn about the modern methods of irrigation. Already we have learned about the various methods of irrigation like canal irrigation, tank irrigation and well irrigation in India. So please remember the importance of irrigation and the methods of irrigation in our country. Which areas are very popular for the tank irrigation, canal irrigation and well irrigation. So please remember these points. Now in this video, we will learn about the modern methods of irrigation like sprinkler irrigation, drip irrigation and bamboo irrigation. So we will learn about the three modern means or methods of irrigation. Okay. So what is sprinkler irrigation? First one. That is the first point. Sprinkler irrigation. Okay. The modern methods of irrigation. Sprinkler irrigation. So what is sprinkler? It's a device that spray water to all directions while rotating. Sprinkler. Okay. So this is a type of overhead irrigation. Overhead irrigation means a system through this water is pumped in under pressure and sprayed down onto the plants. Okay. That is known as overhead irrigation and has been in use only a couple of decades ago. Okay. It is not very old. It is a new method of irrigation in our country. In this type of irrigation, sprinklers are set up in the fields and supplied with water by hoses from the source of water. So for this, what is essential? Pipes are essential. Hoses means pipes. And a device that is sprinkler is essential. Plus power is essential. Okay, electricity is essential. Sprinkler irrigation systems include the application of water in the form of a spray, somewhat resembling rainfall. It is suitable for almost all crops on moist soils and on lands of wide range of topographic conditions. So it is very easy to irrigate a wide area. For example, lawns, LAWN lawns, okay, plain areas. So it can irrigate, okay. So sprinkler irrigation. Please remember what is sprinkler. And now advantages or merits of sprinkler irrigation. Few points you have to remember. The advantages are this type of irrigation does not involve any loss of water by seepage or evaporation. First and the most important advantage or merit. There is no loss of water or what we can say loss of water by seepage or percolation or evaporation as water is supplied through pipes. It is not exposed to the sun. That is the first advantage of this sprinkler irrigation in India. There is no loss of water. Okay. We can conserve water if we are using sprinkler method. Second one, this method is best for conserving water as there is no wastage of water. Already we have it. Water conservation. We will learn after this topic. What is the importance of water conservation in our country? What do you mean by water conservation? Okay, why it is essential? So sprinkler irrigation will save water. Another merit. Third one, it is best suited for arid and semi-arid regions. Best suited for these areas. Water management is easier than surface irrigation system. Water management is easy. Does not interfere with the cultivation and less wastage of water. Higher application efficiency. High and frequent application can be effectively accomplished. Easy mechanization and automation. are some of the important merits or advantages of this type of irrigation. And now disadvantages of sprinkler irrigation, disadvantages. Or we can say demerits, no? High initial cost. What do you mean by initial cost? To install. So we have to invest more money. High operating cost in order to, for example, maintenance, repair, so that is also very high. Water application efficiency under sprinkler irrigation is strongly affected by direction of wind. Some crop are particularly sensitive and may suffer leaf scorch. Leaf scorch means burn the surface, burn on the leaf maybe because of the salt deposited on the leaves after the water evaporates. Salt, the presence of salt may cause leaf scorch. High maintenance requirement is as constant and meticulous maintenance is sprinkler is necessary. Saline water may cause problem. Saline water, salinity, the presence of salt. Water must be free from sand, debris, and salt. So these are the various disadvantages or demerits of sprinkler irrigation system in our country. So it is a modern method of irrigation, sprinkler irrigation. What do you mean by sprinkler irrigation? And we have learned about the various advantages and the disadvantages of this system of irrigation, method of irrigation. So at least few points you have to remember. Advantages and the disadvantages of sprinkler irrigation system or method in our country. It is a new method, no? It is not very old, like Persian wheel. Persian wheel we have learned, Persian wheel irrigation, Persian wheel, moat we have learned. We have learned Dikli we have learned. Some of the traditional method of irrigation in India. Now we have already learned that well irrigation is very popular in India, especially what we can say South India and North India also, tube well and example tube well. If we are having power means electricity. It is very easy to irrigate areas, no? Please know now. We will learn about the drip irrigation. What is the drip irrigation? In drip irrigation, so it is another method, a modern method of irrigation. Drip irrigation, water is taken directly to the roots of the plants or trees. A plastic tube is used which has small holes through which water keeps on dripping steadily. Hence the name drip irrigation is given to this type of irrigation. With the help of a plastic tube with the holes, no? So the farmers are irrigating their crops, and that is why it is known as drip irrigation, slowly. One by one drip. And advantages of drip irrigation or merits. Fertilizer and nutrient loss is minimized due to localized and reduced leaching. So we have read about leaching during the time of flood. There is leaching or runoff may cause leaching. Please remember that we have read in the lesson soil types. Water application efficiency is high if managed correctly. Field leveling is not necessary for drip irrigation. Field leveling is not necessary. Fields with irregular shapes are easily accommodated. And recycled here it is potable, that is spelling is wrong. It is non-potable, Potable. Recycled non-potable water can be safely used. So what is the meaning of non-potable water? Recycled non-potable water is that is not of drinking quality but may still be used for many other purposes depending on its quality. Examples for non-potable water. Rainwater from tanks used for various workplaces. Or swimming pool backwash water used for toilet flushing. So non-potable water. Okay, what is then potable water? Potable water is water of a quality suitable for drinking, cooking and other purposes. Non-potable and potable water. Okay. Then moisture within the root zone can be maintained at field capacity. It is one of the merit of the drip irrigation. Soil type plays less important. Okay. Role in the frequency of irrigation. Soil erosion is less. Water distribution is highly uniform, controlled by output of each nozzle. Labor cost is less than other irrigation methods. Variation in supply can be regulated by regulating the valves and drippers. Fertigation can be included with the minimal waste of fertilizers. Fertigation is a process in which fertilizer is dissolved and distributed along with the water in drip system of irrigation. That is known as fertigation. Can be included with a minimal waste of fertilizer. Usually operated at lower pressure than other types of pressurized irrigation, reducing energy cost. So, drip irrigation is the second modern method of irrigation. Already we have learned what is the meaning of this method of irrigation. And we have learned some of the merits or the advantages of drip irrigation. So please remember few. So what do you mean by potable and the non-potable water? Potable water is water of a quality suitable for drinking. Good water we can say. Quality is there that we can use for drinking. Non-potable, okay, is the water that is not of drinking quality. Not potable. Here the spelling is wrong. Potable. Okay. Potable water and the non-potable water. And then we will know about the disadvantages of drip irrigation. Advantages and the disadvantages. Initial cost can be more than overhead system. Initial cost, now already we have learned what is initial cost. Okay. The sun can affect the tubes used for drip irrigation, shortening their usable life. If the water is not properly filtered and the equipment is not properly maintained, it can result in clogging. Clogging means to hinder or obstruct with this sticky matter. So if there is no proper maintenance, so it can result in clogging. So what is essential? Proper maintenance of the pipes are very essential for the free flow of water. Okay. So advantages and the disadvantages of drip irrigation we have learned. Okay. What is the drip irrigation? What are the various advantages of this irrigation? Okay. So we have learned about the potable water and the non-potable water. In this system, recycled non-potable water can be safely used. Recycled non-potable water. Okay. So what do you mean by non-potable water? Non-potable water. Already we have learned it is a water that is not of drinking quality but may still be used for many other purposes. So in the drip irrigation system, it is easy to use the non-potable water. Recycled non-potable water can be used. Okay. And the third modern method of irrigation is bamboo irrigation system. It's not a modern method. It is a very ancient or old method. Bamboo irrigation system. Bamboo. Okay. So we will learn that bamboo. In the northeast part of India, in Meghalaya, a 200-year-old system of tapping stream water by using bamboo pipes is prevalent, especially in the hilly areas, northeastern hilly states, hilly areas. So the people, the farmers are using this bamboo system. Instead of PVC pipe, they are using bamboo. About 20 liters of water enters the bamboo pipe system and is transported over hundreds of meters. Okay, so advantage, so, but it is in hilly areas only, not in a plain area, because there is no use of pressure, nothing is there, no use of power. Okay, what advantage? Bamboo irrigation in our country, bamboo irrigation. Okay, advantages of the bamboo irrigation. Bamboo irrigation and its advantages we will learn now. It does not need any fuel or power, hence it is economically. One of the most important advantages of the bamboo irrigation. There is no need for fuel or power, so then we can say it is very cheap. It can be implemented in regions where bamboo is available for free or at a low cost. Okay, and one disadvantage is that bamboo starts to rot in rain. So the whole network needs to be rebuilt after 2-3 years. This is the only disadvantage of the bamboo irrigation. The farmers have to install the new one now. Because of what we can say, due to rain, starts to rot the bamboo. Then the farmers have to replace the old one and install the new one. It is a costly thing, and it is applicable in the areas where the bamboos are available free or at a cheap cost or low cost. Okay, so bamboo irrigation in the northeastern states of India or the hilly areas of India, there is use of bamboo irrigation. Bamboo, okay, means methods, various methods of bamboo irrigation. Okay, advantage. And now importance of water, importance of water. Okay, we all know water is a natural resource. It is the lifeline of all living beings and all the psychological and biological activities of plants, animals and humans are dependent on water. So we all know the importance of water. Water is essential for agriculture and industries. Water provides the kinetic energy used for producing hydroelectricity for the generation of power. Hydroelectric power. For that, water is essential. Water also helps in disposing the solid and liquid waste generated by various activities of animals and human beings. Water is also an important means of navigation. Water also provides various sources of sports and recreation. Water is the only means of existence for the marine life. Water must be saved for our future generation. Okay, we all know there is no need for explanation. What is the importance of water in our life? So please remember the various uses and the importance of water. We know that agriculture, for the development of agriculture, what is essential? Water is essential. And for the industry, some of the industries need water. We can say for the industrial growth also there is need for water. So water has much importance in our life. So then in the next video we will learn about the need for conservation of water. Okay, what is water conservation and what is the need for water conservation, and you will learn about the various methods of water conservation that we have to develop and we have to follow. Okay, you will learn about the rain water harvesting, rooftop rainwater harvesting, the methods of water harvesting we will learn. Okay, and importance of rainwater harvesting we will learn. Importance of rainwater harvesting and the various rainwater harvesting techniques all we will learn in the coming video. So dear students, please revise and learn the lessons properly and ready for the next examination. We will inform you the date. Okay. Please revise the lesson, continue the revisions of all subjects. Okay, it is very essential, a continuous effort. Okay, thank you.